So Christians keep telling me that I'm either I'm gonna die and I'm not afraid of dying, or they tell me you're gonna go to hell and you're gonna have to answer to God, and etc. etc. Well, let's deal with the second one first. I don't believe in your God. I don't share your religion, and quite frankly, I think your religion is just really stupid. The Bible contradicts itself all over the place. The God that it depicts is he's a piece of shit. It treats women like cattle, commits infanticide and genocide, and then we're supposed to believe that this is all provable by mathematics by some people. Yeah, I'm not joking. When I'm like, okay, you're going to try to use mathematics to prove that there's a God, but mathematics has actually disproven most of the Bible. You don't get to do that because it doesn't work. But regarding going to hell, I'm sorry, I'm not scared of your God. I'm not scared of your God any more than you're scared of Zeus. I mean, it's really that simple. And you guys need to really get that through your heads. I mean, you whip it around as though you have some huge flailing whip of logic that, oh my God, you're going to have to... No. There are hundreds of thousands of gods. And I mean, if you include, the Hindu religion, it's millions. I think it's like 4 million gods or something like that in the Hindu faith. I don't know. I haven't studied the Hindu faith. But yeah, it's millions. And there's thousands of religions, maybe hundreds of thousands of religions. There's different denominations of each religion. You guys are one little piece of this huge array of variety, okay? And that's okay, but you're not going to intimidate anybody by espousing an arbitrary deity of an arbitrary religion from an arbitrary holy book, okay? So no, I'm not worried about what happens to me after I die. Now, to the first question, that is not the same as, do I worry about dying? And no, I mean, I don't worry about dying. Like, I don't worry, on a daily basis. I'm not walking around going, oh my gosh, what if I die today? But yeah, I do try to, stay alive. I want to be not dead for as long as possible, for the simple fact that I don't think that I get anything after this life. Now, the emotional appeal that is given by any religious person who believes in an afterlife, I understand it. Okay, let me make this clear. It's not happier to believe that there is no afterlife. Okay, it's not about it's better this way. And somehow, in all of these conversations that I've had, people tend to miss this. The Christians tend to miss this point. Is atheists aren't saying that we disbelieve the God claims because we think it's better. I mean, now some might think that it's better, but that's not why we disbelieve, most of us. I disbelieve because I don't see the evidence, and I used to be a Christian, and I couldn't rationalize the contradictions in the Bible, the immorality of God, and the unnecessary nature of the entire construct. And then finally I was like, you know what, there's so many gods, why in the world should I believe in this one? I mean, and that's not as simple as it is, but I mean, those are some of the base reasons that really just got me in the direction of atheism. So I understand the emotional appeal of wanting there to be an afterlife, of wanting to know that you're not done, because we fear not existing. We fear non-existence. We fear not being alive, as does every creature. I mean, everything that exists tries to keep existing. It's an instinctual thing. Don't die. It's part of reproduction. It's part of reproducing. It's part of the natural order of life. Now, people who will bring up creation in life. I will have that discussion with you guys if you like in the comments. That's not what this video is about. But the final point is that there's not a how do I say this? We're not saying that we want to die and not have an afterlife. That would be kind of retarded. I mean, if it could actually be demonstrated that there was reincarnation or heaven or Zen or Valhalla, whatever it might be, there would be people striving to go there as atheists, and if that meant converting to such and such religion or whatever, because it could be demonstrated to be true, sure. I mean, would I rather keep existing in some form after my mortal body dies? Yeah, I think most people probably would in some form. But we say that we die and stop existing because that's all we know. That's as simple as it is. And the emotional appeal to, well, doesn't it bother you that you don't think you... Well, no, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that the natural order of things is to live and to die. To, be born and to decay. The cessation of life is actually the beginning of new life. And that's how everything is. It's okay. But you guys need to understand that your desire, your mere, inability to emotionally cope with your cessation of existence is not really affixed to anything, and it does not answer problems, does not give answers to scientifically known examples of what can be demonstrated to be true when those questions are given. I'm trying to elaborate because it really seems that Christians have a really hard time understanding this. Your emotional desire for there to be a continuance doesn't change reality. That's what I'm trying to say. And going back to the fear thing, the thing I have noticed the most is that the fear of death typically is never personal. This is the part where the emotional bias gets very, very strong. The desire for there to be an afterlife for everyone is not for the self, it's actually for everybody else. Because we miss people when they are gone. We are attached to them. We want them to be there. And since we know that they can't come back, you guys tell yourselves that you can be there with them at some point later. It's a way to sate your minds over a very sad event. Now, before the angry comments come in, please understand I am not saying all this to make anyone feel bad. I am merely trying to point out that this is reality as we know it, and that there is no proof of any afterlife. We have nothing to demonstrate that can be falsified for the evidence of existence of souls, ghosts, I'll just go with that. Souls and ghosts, anything other than an arisen consciousness or something like that, whatever you might believe in. Even reincarnation can't be demonstrated, and that's believed by a lot of people. And reincarnation could actually be demonstrated in a simple way as if somebody, kept having all these dreams, which you constantly hear about. I'm like, okay, cool. Conjure up a dream where you know something that you couldn't have known otherwise. Or something about somebody else because you were in that lifetime, and you know what I'm saying? Prove it. That's cool. But that's all we're saying. Prove that there's an afterlife. And until you do, no, we're not afraid of going to hell any more than you're afraid of, being sent to Hades. And when I say Hades, I don't mean the biblical name Hades given to hell. I mean Hades as in old Greek mythology and stuff, right? So, yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. I guess I'll sum up one more time. We're not afraid of any religion's version of uh, a bad life sending us to a negative place. Um, some of us are afraid of death, I'm sure. I mean, there's going to be those types of people who fear death on a daily basis. But no, I mean, we don't fear death. And, but we are going to try to stay alive because we do believe this is the one life. And then finally, I know you guys want there to be an afterlife of some form or whatever. But, we can't say that there is. I mean, you feel that you can say that there is, and I'm going to say, okay, demonstrate it. And then, of course, and I'm not saying demonstrate it as, oh, haha, they're dead or something like that, and so you can't prove, because we know that they can't come back from the dead. I'm not saying like that. But in some form, if you're going to make an assertion about something being true, you need to be able to show that it is true. And this goes for any religion. Like, I don't care what religion it is, it goes for all of them. So, I hope that helps. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't be upset. I am not trying to offend anyone. I've lost loved ones. It's not something I'm trying to mock in that regards. I'm just saying, let's be realistic about what we can say is true. All right? Thanks.